Hello, and welcome to the dashboard charts. We're going to take a closer look at the charts area of the dashboard and show you what options you have with it. We're going to start off by hiding the assignments area by clicking on the Show Hide Assignments link. Now we have a full screen view of our charts. As you can see, there are up to 4 charts that can be displayed on the dashboard at any one time. For these charts, there's approximately 19 different charts to choose from to display specific information that you may need to see. Some of these charts will be limited by the addition of perspective that you have. If you do not have the ICM or EIM editions of perspective, you wouldn't see the investigation charts. Taking a closer look at the functionality that we have within these charts, there is a chart options link on the left-hand side in the navigation window. When we click on that, we can see that opens up the chart options for all 4 charts in one window. From here we have a few options. If I wanted to turn a chart on or off, I can click on the green dot just to the left of my select chart. This will actually turn those charts off. If we were to see what that looks like, we'll see now we only have just the 2 charts showing. To turn them back on, we just go back into those chart options and click on the red dot to turn our charts back on. From here we can also change our chart type. So if we go into that select chart, we can see the different charts that are available to us. Depending on the information that you need to see, just be a matter of navigating to that particular chart and selecting it. Most of the charts that we're looking at will have some form of configuration that we can set up, whether it be changing the dates that it's looking at, the number of categories that it's looking at, specifying class or site information, and for some of these charts as well, we can also change the chart type between a pie chart or a bar graph. We do also have the ability to bring up those same chart options for each individual chart by clicking on the gear icon near the top right hand corner of each chart. Depending on the charts that we're looking at, we may have a few more options as well. Whenever we see 4 dots appearing underneath a chart, that means we can click on any section of the pie or any bar if it's a bar graph to drill down for more information. In the case of our incidents by class, we can see we've got 33 criminal incidents. If I wanted to see more information on those criminal incidents, I can click on that section and I can see of those 33, I have 19 that were thefts, 7 that were fires, I have 2 that were unspecified. Whenever I have a grayed out area that says unspecified, that means that a user did not enter a value at that second level of our class list. So in that particular case, I cannot click down and go any lower. In the case of my other options, if I take a closer look at those 19 thefts, I can click on that section and I can see of those 14 were of company property, 5 were of personal property. Finally, if I click on the personal property, we can see 2 were over $1,000, whereas 3 were under $1,000. So if we're just looking for rough numbers from our system, this is a great way to get some of that information. I do have the ability to work my way back up this list by clicking on those 4 dots that exist underneath the chart. It should be noted that the information that's displayed on these charts does conform to the security settings within Perspective, so you will only see the numbers as they pertain to the records that you have access to. Whenever we see a chart like this activities by number of days open where we have a plus sign in the bottom left hand corner, we can click on that plus sign and we can search through our user list. So in this case, if I wanted to see what Dale has open, I can select Dale from my list and I can see he has one activity which has been open for greater than or equal to 180 days. Examples like this will help you stay on top of the records that you have in your system and making sure that your users are getting stuff done when it's supposed to get done. Some charts like the Perspective Gauge allow us to compare incidents, in this case the incidents this year, compared to a certain year that we decide to choose from. If I was to choose 2012, we'll see how that gauge changes depending on the numbers. Some charts, like our activities by month, allow us to also specify the call category, up to all 3 levels if we need to, as well as the site, up to all 4 levels if we need to, as well as the date range that we would like to take a look at, and then again, of course, our chart type as well. You also do have the ability to maximize a chart by clicking on the Maximize button in the top right hand corner. We'll see that minimizes the other 3 charts. I also have the ability to turn a chart off by clicking on the X also in that top right hand corner. And when I do that, we'll see that maximizes one of my other charts and minimizes the other 2. If I need to turn that chart back on, I have to do that through the chart options. Finally, A couple other things that you do also have the ability to do if you want to rearrange these charts, you can click and drag and move them to different locations if you need to. This may be handy if you're looking at both your charts and assignments so that you can put the two more prominent charts up in the top so they're always visible. Also, if the chart is giving you the information that you're actually looking for, you also do have the ability to right-click on any of these charts and you can copy it to a clipboard so you can paste it into another document. This concludes our training on the dashboard charts. If you'd like any more information on the assignments area or navigating the dashboard, please refer to our other online recording sessions so you can learn up on those two topics as well.